What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. And today we have a drawing of the skull of a snake. Now, I didn't choose a specific type of snake. I just chose just snake skull, the general shape, size of a snake. And this is what popped up, so this is what we rocking with. Deal with it, okay? Deal with it. Anyway, snake is under the family Serpentines. That's where you like the term serpentine and all that stuff. Serpent. That's where that comes from. And snakes are very very unique animals that like it lends itself to myths. I mean, if you think about how fascinated people are with snakes, it's quite astonishing. I mean, you had the movie, the mid-90s movie Anaconda with Jennifer Lopez, Ice Cube, where they had that giant anaconda with South America and stuff, and John Voight with the crazy accent, crazy South American accent. I don't know where he got that from. Anyway, and you realize that snakes, they come in all sizes, all colors, live in trees, they swim underwater, all that stuff, and this is very cool. I remember the first time I saw a snake. I was younger. It was like a garter snake. Garter snake is a small snake. Non-poisonous, or they say non-lethal snake, meaning it doesn't have any poison. Meaning if it bites you, you won't be poisoned. That's simply what that means. And I mean, it seems like a small, like a tiny, like a shoestring. That's what garter snake remind me of, a shoestring. Then when I realized that snakes come in, like, snakes are just larger and larger, and like have the largest snake is the green anaconda in the South America, which grow up to like close to like nearly 30 feet and can weigh up to 500 pounds. Like, that is nuts. Like, imagine an object that's close to 30 feet and weighs 500 pounds. Like, that is, and I think that don't just decide to just come at you and just bite the crap out of you, man. You know what? But I mean, they're very very cool. They're mobile with no arms, no legs. They can see using heat vision, and they can unhinge their jaws and eat things larger than their head. Like, they're amazing creatures. They're really amazing creatures. Some snakes can kill you with venom, like a cobra or an asp or a viper, rattlesnakes type stuff like that. Then you got the ones that can there are two kinds. There's one that constricts you, like the boa constrictor, anaconda, python. They constrict you. Constrict means to not suffocate, but constrict. Constrict means to squeeze. To stop, like to stop movement. When something's constricted, that means it can't move. And you got like the anaconda, python, boa constrictor. Like how they would constrict their prey, and the more the prey moves, the tighter the constricting gets, to the point where they can just like it just you could die from that pressure. I remember seeing a video. It was a video of I think I don't know. It was like I think it was a young. It was some adult that had I think it had like a python, and it was feeding time for the snake. And I think if I think they no they fed it a pig. They fed like a little pig. I think it was like they fed like a little pig, and so obviously the snake was large enough to eat a piglet. And when they put it in there to feed, or was it a pig? I'm not sure. But when they put the animal in there to be eaten by the snake immediately grabbed his face. It grabs you by the face first, so you can't. So it can cover your mouth and you can't breathe. So that's one way to. Then immediately, like in the matter of seconds, it wrapped it wrapped its body around the animal, and it didn't look like it, but you could see the animal just struggling. You could struggling. He could hear cry like it squeezes so hard, you can hear the animal screaming, like crying out, and then then the noise just stopped, and it just stopped. It constricted the animal so fast and so hard that all that screaming it did stopped in a matter of seconds. Like from the time it bit his mouth, from the time it bit, no, it captured it and wrapped its claws around it to the time it took its last breath. It was literally seconds. Seconds. Like if you timed it, it would be seconds from that happening. And I was like, man, like I know snakes are powerful, but Jesus. Then you have poisonous snakes like cobras, vipers, black mambas. Shout out to Kobe. And they kill by injecting venom into their prey. And the venom can be the venom is so powerful. I mean, depending on what kind of snake it is, the venom can affect a particular part of the body. One can like, stop, the nervous system, can stop breathing, stuff like that. Excuse me. And you would see like, like a rattlesnake will bite a mouse and then let the mouse just run off, and then like a matter of minutes, they'll go they'll hunt the mouse, and it's dead already because the venom took over and killed it. I was like, man, that is crazy. Like nature is a crazy thing, man. You would never believe the kind of animals that reside on the planet. I mean, if you were to tell a child, like if your child would say, "Mommy, Daddy," like tell us a story about a weird animal, and you would say, "Okay, somewhere in the world there's this animal, right? That has no arms, no legs." So the kid would say, "Well, how does it move?" It walks on its belly. Like that's crazy number one. It walks on its belly. It sees in infrared, meaning it can see like the heat. It travel like it sees like through body heat. It can swim. It can climb trees. And the kid would say, "Well, how you climb trees with no arms and no legs?" They use their muscles. They use their bodies to climb trees. It sees in the dark, and it can unhinge its jaws. What's unhinged? Meaning it can dislocate its jaws from the rest of its skull and swallow an animal whole. Like snakes don't chew, so they got to swallow the animals whole. They don't chew their food; they swallow it. So you take that and say, okay, you just described a snake. A snake can swallow some. Like, a snake's jaws aren't connected. If you look at this, if you look at the skull of a snake, you know that a snake's skull, the jaws, like the part of the jaw where like it's connected from like the mandible, is not connected. Like the middle part is not connected, meaning that when a snake opens up its mouth to eat, the jaws will separate, will split apart, where they will go opposite directions. Meaning not only can that's not including the unhinging of the jaws, like the jaw right here, the jaw can come up a loop, can separate from the rest of the skull. Then on top of that, the the mandible, the front part of the jaw, separates, like it splits apart. So you got three things happening. You got the jaw coming down, and well, two things happening: the jaw dislocating and the front part of the jaw separating, just to eat an animal larger than his head. Like that is nuts. Like we can't do that. Humans can't do that. Humans ain't that gifted. No, we can do some cool things, but we ain't doing it like that. We need special type of goggles to see in infrared. Snakes can see infrared anyway. You know, it's just it's amazing. Nature is quite amazing. You have like the king cobra is the largest. Like, when I was a kid, I was always like said, oh, I still am interested in like in the nature channel and all that stuff. I still watch the nature channel to this day. I still do. And I love those little trivia facts. What's the largest venomous snake? The king cobra, all that stuff. I love that stuff. You say the king cobra can grow up to 18 feet long. Like, jeez, 18 foot long poisonous snake that can raise up and show his hood and be almost at your eye level. And don't let it be a black neck spitting king cobra, like a cobra that actually can spit the venom out through his fangs. Like, if you see like the fang right here for a cobra, well, this is actually, you can tell this is a non-poisonous snake, because non-poisonous snakes like constrictors and like pythons, they have a lot of long teeth that go inward like this. So when they eat the food going in, and the animal tries to go out, it'll tear their flesh, so the animal can't get out. But a poison snake, they would have like a lot of short teeth. Then they'll have long fangs. Sometimes even like two sets of long fangs. And you have like animals like the gibbon, which has the largest fangs. The gibbon snake has the largest fangs of any poisonous snake. That's like 2 inch long snake. Like 2 inches is this. That's 2 inches right there. Imagine a snake with fangs this long. That's nuts, man. I don't want no parts of that. I respect nature too much to get involved with that mess. You keep that, champ. You keep all that. What was I saying? Oh, king cobra. Yeah. The There's a snake called a black neck spitting king cobra. It's a cobra that they spit out their venom through like a hole in their tooth right here. Like, you have like, usually the venom comes out right here. Like, it's like a hypodermic needle. There's like a hole there and the venom comes out. But the spitting cobra has a hole right here where it opens up his mouth and it spits the venom out like into the eyes of their prey or their enemies, and it blinds them. That's crazy. Like, that is absolutely crazy, man. But then you got animals like the mongoose that aren't affected by the venom of a snake, like, which is also crazy. So for every weapon, there's a way to defeat that weapon. And there's just some animals that just don't care about that venom. They will go eat that cobra. They will eat that poison snake. I don't want no parts of it, I tell you that much. I don't want no issues. You keep all that cobra. Keep all that rattlesnake. Mm-mm. I respect nature enough to know when not to mess with something. That's one reason why I learned so much about nature, so I can know what not to mess with. Certain animals you leave alone. That been going about their day. They're not bothering you. Don't bother it. Leave them alone. Cause I don't want no parts of what they got. They don't mess with me. I don't mess with them. Simple as that. It's very simple. It's a simple rule of nature. Don't mess with me. I won't mess with you. And if by chance we happen to meet up, I will give you your space and I will back away from you. Simple as that. Men, I want no beef. No beef at all. And there's some people who are trained for that, who are trained to deal with, very, very dangerous animals. I'm not trained to do that. So I'm trained to leave things that I don't understand alone. If it's on some dangerous stuff, leave it alone, champ. I don't want no problems, champ. Go ahead, big fella. Get your behind bit up, big fella. And I'm short anyway, so I'm afraid that if I ever meet an anaconda in the wild in South America, hopefully I don't, but it's hypothetically, if I ever meet an anaconda in the waters of South America, the Amazon and stuff like that, and it just decides to say, you know what, that dude is 5 feet tall, because I'm 5 feet tall, so I'm short already. So you know what, that dude is small enough for me to eat. Let me go ahead and just ease on down and have me a late night snack. Man, if it can eat a deer, if an anaconda can eat a deer or whatever they eat in South America, it got no problem gobbling my 5 foot behind up. No, champ, I'm good. I'm cool. Thank you very much. I will leave y'all alone. I watch Nature Channel for to learn. You know, I'm a curious by nature. Curious thinker. I'm a very inquisitive person. Very inquisitive. But my inquisitivity has limits. My inquisitive nature has limits. It knows. Okay, like, don't be inquisitive about this. Leave this alone. Leave this particular subject to the experts. You ain't an expert. Get your behind on. That's how I roll mine. That's how I do. If you ain't that dude, if you ain't that expert, leave that thing alone, because even experts can get hurt. So if an expert can get hurt dealing with animals that are wild, uh, keep my behind seated and watch it from the comfort of my home. That's what I know. That's what I know. If you know like I know, you stay your behind, you know, away and learn at a distance. It's okay. We're gonna learn this. We're gonna learn this from my TV. All right, Nature Channel, Discovery Channel. Let's go. I'm with it. You could travel. You could travel to those places, but be respectful of where you are. Be respectful of the animals that are there. When it comes to snakes, be respectful of the snakes that are around there. There are belief systems there are people in the Amazon in South America that worship the snake. You know, the snake has always been a subject of worship. The snake is always, no matter where you are in the world,